A football match stopped, not for an injury, not for a fight, not because of anything that happened on the pitch. The entire Real Madrid team walked off together. In the 55th minute of a Champions League knockout game, 11 players, coaching staff, substitutes, all of them gone, back down the tunnel, into the dressing room. Because Vinicius Jr. heard something, and he'd heard it before, many times before. Here's what nobody's saying loudly enough. This wasn't some isolated incident at a heated away game. This was complaint number 18 in 4 years. And football's response? We'll get to that. Trust me. You're going to want to hear it. Lisbon, Estadio da Luz, Champions League knockout playoff. Vinicius gets the ball in the 50th minute, turns, and curls an absolute rocket into the top corner. World class. The kind of goal that makes you stop whatever you're doing and just stare at the screen. He runs to the corner flag to celebrate. And that's when it starts. Objects raining down from the stands, not one or two, a shower of them. The crowd's booing getting louder and louder with every second he stands there. His every touch for the entire match, booed. Mbappe's every touch, booed. Then Benfica's winger John Luca Prestiani gets close to him, covers his mouth with his hand, and says something. Vinicius sprints straight to the referee, visibly shaking, pointing at Prestiani. Whatever he heard, it wasn't tactical advice. And then something happened that you almost never see in professional football. Every single Real Madrid player walked to the center circle, stood together, and then walked off the pitch. Not one or two players reacting emotionally. The whole squad, coordinated, deliberate, a statement. 10 minutes in that dressing room. Mbappe came back out and told reporters exactly what he heard Prestiani say. Called him out directly, by name, no hesitation. Tchouameni confirmed it, Valverde confirmed it, Trent Alexander-Arnold called it a disgrace to the sport. And Prestiani? He said he didn't say what they claimed he said. He covered his mouth to say it. Think about that for a second. Now here's where it gets heavier, because if you thought Benfica was shocking, you haven't been paying attention. This goes back to 2022. Valencia, monkey chance directed at Vinicius, caught on camera. Clear audio, undeniable. Spain's football authorities took weeks to respond. The punishment? A fine. A ban for a handful of fans. A strongly worded statement. Then it happened again. Different stadium. Same chance. 2023, then again. Then again. Every single time, a new investigation. A new statement. A new promise that this behavior has no place in football. Every single time, nothing actually changed. 18 legal complaints, not incidents, not reports, legal complaints, filed against racist behavior specifically targeting Vinicius Jr. since 2022. 18. And here's the part that should make you genuinely angry. Vinicius didn't stay quiet. He spoke out publicly, loudly, called out clubs, called out federations, called out the entire system by name. And you know what happened? He got criticized for it. Pundits saying he was too aggressive, that he should focus on football, that he was making it political. A man being racially abused, told to stay quiet about being racially abused. At what point does a series of incidents stop being a series of incidents and start being a system? The Brazilian government got involved, officially, diplomatically. Brazilian fans protested outside Spanish embassies, not just in Brazil, globally. Athletes from other sports, celebrities, world leaders, all of them speaking up about what was happening to one footballer in one league. The noise was enormous. And UEFA's response to the Benfica incident? A fine. You want to know what Benfica's weekly wage bill looks like? What their matchday revenue from a Champions League knockout game looks like? And then you want to compare that to the number UEFA decided was an appropriate punishment for what happened that night? It's embarrassing. That's the only word for it. Meanwhile, Vinicius Jr., who has to process all of this, carry all of this, show up and perform at the highest level of club football, while this is his reality, keeps playing, keeps scoring, keeps fighting. Think about what that actually takes. You go to work knowing what's waiting for you, knowing that no matter what you do, score, assist, win, some section of the crowd is going to remind you that to them, you're not even a person. and football just keeps cashing its broadcast deals. Vinicius hasn't left. He could have. The offers are real. We've all seen the reports. PSG, Premier League clubs. A fresh start somewhere that might treat him differently. He stays, keeps scoring, keeps speaking, keeps making it impossible for anyone to look away. But here's the thing. This stopped being about Vinicius a long time ago. It's about what football chooses to protect, what it chooses to punish, and what it decides isn't worth the trouble of actually fixing, because every time this happens, and it will happen again, we all know it will, football has a choice. Find the club, issue the statement, move on to the next match week. That is a choice. 18 complaints, 4 years, countless statements, endless investigations, and Vinicius Jr. still has to walk out onto a pitch wondering what he's going to hear tonight? That's not a Vinicius problem. That's football's problem. And right now, football doesn't seem particularly interested in solving it. The players who actually stood up for him this season, and the ones who stayed completely silent, that's the next video. The list is shorter than you'd think on both sides. Click here and I'll show you exactly who said what and who said nothing at all.